It's kind of, I always argued this. I always say this. I feel like show me a person, if everyone in the U.S. went on a carnivore diet and followed it to a T, show me an obese person a year from now. Now, you could argue if there was someone like 800, 900, 1,000 pounds, now you probably wouldn't be able to lose, 700 pounds in a year. But look at all the people that have lost 200-300 pounds in a year on a carnivore diet. So to me, obviously this would never happen. But if everyone went on a carnivore diet, I would like to show me one person that, number one, didn't lose weight, and show me one person that's still obese and still unhealthy. I would love to see it. I would love to see it because there's not a chance it would ever happen. I think that's what's crazy. Like, you look at so many people just like, a lot of people, it's kind of like the people that are unhealthy eating shit are kind of like the people that smoke and know smoking is bad for them, but just that pleasure of smoking just kind of overrides any thoughts of changing their habits for their long-term safety, long-term health. Same kind of thing. I just think there's just too many people that would just never give up cookies and donuts, the dopamine hit. That's what I was telling someone the other day. Like, you got to think about carnivore diet. I feel like carnivore diet's for people that think long term. Okay, and let me explain. When you think, if you're a person that just only thinks short term, then you're probably a fan. You're probably a Taco Bell, Dunkin' Donuts person, because you're damn right you can get a short-term dopamine hit pleasure from binge eating a bunch of Taco Bell or binge eating donuts. But when you eat steak, burger, you're thinking long-term. Like, I worked out for over 2 hours today. Had some steaks after. I'm thinking long-term here. I'm thinking, okay, I worked out. I feel good. Let me have some steaks. It's going to fuel my body, give me the protein I need, make me feel full long, and it's going to sustain me energy to the next day when I do my workout. So that's the thing. I'm always thinking long term. I think that's why I'm, even before carnivore diet, when you're smart enough, when you have the presence of mind to make good calculated decisions, I think you really think you have to be a person that definitely thinks long term. Obviously, it's not bad to think in the short term, but thinking long term and looking at the whole picture is huge. And I think there's a lot of people that just don't think long term with anything. Like, you look at, like, you could take this to male, like, just males being weak, males being beta. Like, you look at, like, I remember this fat fuck at the store I go to. I'm not gonna say what store, but he's just like, he stands there by the self-checkout, can barely even look anyone in the eyes, fat, weak. I mean, just no muscle tone. You can tell he's got no confidence. I'm thinking, like, if you're thinking short term. Here's the thing. This goes back. This fits in, kind of in perfect with the argument. If he's thinking short term, he's probably thinking, "Oh, it's lunchtime, McDonald's. Let me binge eat a couple Big Macs. Let me feel better about myself, and then I'll just get back to standing by this shitty ass self checkout." So that he's thinking short term. But the long term, what are the long term consequences with this guy? Probably diabetes. Probably struggles to get women. Probably struggles to network because he can't socialize with people. Probably struggles with getting respected by other men, respect from his family. So you think about in the short term, he's thinking, oh, Big Mac's, fries. But in the long term, this is an emergency. His reproductive's at risk. His reproductive safety is unsafe. He's not confident. He can't look anyone in the eyes. It's a long, like, he's thinking short term. But in the long term, this is a risk, and this is why too many men even men that play Fortnite, even men, like, if you're a man, then let's say if you're a man and you woke up like me at 4 a.m. today and you worked out for 2 hours, then you worked the rest of the time, ate a couple steaks, and then let's say right now you're going to choose to play Fortnite. You're thinking, okay, look, I accomplished a lot, but I'm gonna play Fortnite. I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna relax and play Fortnite. You think about that. Sounds like a good in the short term, that sounds like a good decision. But in the long term, that's potentially, time you spent from posting on your YouTube channel, time you spent working your business, time you could be spending approaching women, time you could be spending learning things, time you could be spending getting more religious, getting closer to God. So that's a opportunity cost that may not be effective in the long term. I think that's why I stopped playing video games, stopped drinking alcohol, because you got to think when you're trying to self-improve. That's why guys that are really on their grind, they just don't even, like, you ask them about alcohol, video games, it's just not even in their reality, because it's just like it's just too much short-term thinking. Like, you can't. It's like, and then it's so much harder to succeed drinking alcohol. I remember. What's the guy's name? He was on Fresh and Fit. Justin, fuck's the guy's name? Justin something. He was on Fresh and Fit. But anyways, he's making the point about, drinking alcohol and smoking weed a lot and trying to have success. It's kind of like going through every day with your one hand tied behind your back. It's like, can you have success doing that? Like, maybe, but like, you're just making life so much harder on yourself. Like, why not just try to succeed with a clear mind, eating well, healthy, strong, in shape? It's so much easier. It's so much smooth sailing to try to find success that way, instead of it's kind of just like, I'm going to try to win this race. Let me just shoot myself in the foot real quick. It is kind of like shooting yourself in the foot, I guess, if you want to just take that analogy. So just so much harder to succeed when you have stuff hindering you, like alcohol and stuff like that. Thanks for tuning in to BP Insights. Stay tuned for more episodes and clips from the show. Till next time, peace.